Today we're making a classic Italian biscotti and giving it our own cozy twist. Hi, I'm Wendy and you're with Wendy and Shannon. They're buttery with white chocolate, a bright citrus flavor and studded with nuts and dried fruits. And stick on to the end because I'm going to show you how to make them into a perfect homemade gift. Now let's bake some biscotti together. In a large bowl, we're going to combine all the dry ingredients. So first we're going to add in 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And I've already measured this. And to that we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to give it a quick whisk till it gets well distributed. Okay, now we're going to add in the mix-ins. Now altogether we're going to go in with 1.5 cup of mix-ins, and you can add in any mix-ins you want. I'm going in with 1/2 cup of pistachios, which I've lightly toasted, 1/4 cup of dried cranberries, 1/4 cup of dried apricots, which I've also chopped a bit, and 1/4 cup of lightly toasted almonds. And we're also going to add in 1/4 cup of white chocolate chips. Okay, now let's give that a mix so that the nuts get well distributed in the flour. And this way, when you add it to the wet ingredients, it's easier for the nuts to get distributed in the dough than if you add it in later. Now this is for the festive season, so we're going in with all these nuts and dried fruits so that we get that lovely vibrant color. Now that the dry ingredients is all prepped, let's keep it aside and carry on with the rest. To another bowl, we're going to add 1 1/4 cups of white granulated sugar. And to brighten things up, we're going to add the zest of 1 orange and 1 lemon for a lovely citrus flavor. And we want only the outer layer of the skin without getting the under bitter layer. And since this lemon is rather big, I'm going to zest just half the lemon. And once again, we're going to get only the outer skin without getting the under layer. Now with our clean fingers, we're going to work the zest into the sugar and we're going to rub it together so that the oils of the zest get released and the sugar gets that lovely citrus flavor. And now that the sugar has got a lovely orangey lemon color, we're going to keep it aside and mix up the wet ingredients. Now in another bowl, you're going to add 1/2 cup of unsalted butter and you want to make sure that it's really soft. And we're going to add that in. And to that, we're going to add 1/4 cup of a neutral oil. And we're also going to toss in the citrus-infused sugar into the bowl. Now with the whisk, we're going to blend this all together. This recipe does not require a hand mixer or a stand mixer. We're just going to be using a whisk and a spatula. It's so easy to bring this together and they're absolutely divine. Now that the butter has turned nice and pale, we're going to add in 50 grams of melted white chocolate, and you want the chocolate to be a little bit warm. Not hot, just a little bit warm. And now we're going to whisk that together. Now we're going to add in 3 large eggs which are at room temperature, and we're going to add them one at a time, mixing well after each addition. Now let's add in the last egg. Now we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of a pure vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of almond extract. And now let's give it a quick whisk. While you make this recipe, your home is going to be filled with the aroma of Christmas already. All we have to do now to bring the dough together is to mix the dry ingredients into the wet. And we're going to do that in 2 additions. So we're just going to add in half first. And using the cut and fold method, we're going to combine the 2. Now let's add in the rest. And now once again, we're going to use the cut and fold method to bring the dough together. This is a little bit of a sticky dough, but it'll all come together once we put it down on our counter. Now is a good time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. And before we put the dough down on our clean work surface, we are generously going to dust it with some all-purpose flour. Just going to press that together. We're going to divide this into 2 logs, but we're first just going to bring the dough together. Look, you can see how well the fruit and the nuts have got so well distributed in our dough. And now we're going to divide that into 2. Now I've cut out a parchment paper to the size of the baking sheet, and I'm going to lay down half of the dough onto it, and we're going to make it into a log. And we want it to be approximately 12 inches long by about 3 inches wide. So first we're just going to elongate it before we flatten it out. I find it easier to put on the parchment paper and then shape the log, because that way you don't have to lift it up and transfer it onto the parchment paper after you've shaped it. Now that we've got the length, let's work on the breadth. So we're just going to press that down and get it to flatten down. And I'm going to just transfer that onto our baking sheet. Now that we have both the logs ready, we're going to brush them on with a little egg wash. And I've just beaten 1 egg with 1 teaspoon of water to make the egg wash. This gives it a lovely golden color on the top when it bakes. Now biscotti means twice baked. So we're going to first bake these logs for 30 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're going to allow them to cool for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then we're going to slice them, and then we're going to reduce the temperature to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake them for the second time. And now that we're done with the first bake, we're going to allow them to cool for about 15 to 20 minutes before we slice them and bake them the second time. And once it's cooled down a little bit, with the help of the parchment paper, you're going to transfer it onto your cutting board. And then we're just going to slide it off like so. Now you could either cut it diagonally or straight. I prefer going straight. And we're going to cut them about 1/2 inch thick slices. And I like to use a serrated knife and saw cut it for a clean cut. I've changed the parchment paper on the baking tray, and this is going to be my treat. And now we're going to put the slices on it, cut side down. And look at all that pop of color from the fruits and the nuts that we have put in. That looks so festive. Now you're going to lower the temperature of your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius. And you're going to bake them on one side for 10 minutes. Then you're going to flip them over and bake them on the other side for another 8 to 10 minutes. By which time they would have dried and have a lovely snap to them. Now that we have baked both the batches for the second time, we're going to allow them to cool completely before we take them a notch higher. I melted some molding white chocolate in this bowl. And in this bowl, I've got some finely chopped pistachios, which I had lightly toasted. We're just going to dip the bottom of the biscotti into the melted chocolate. We can give it another dip. We want a nice coat on it. Then we're going to lift it and let the excess drip off. And once you've coated it well and have an even finish, you're going to place it on a parchment sheet to dry. And now you're just going to take it and dunk the top, just the rim of it, into the white chocolate. Make sure you get an even coating. And once again, you're just going to shake off the excess. And once you have a smooth finish, you're going to place it on the parchment paper to dry. You're going to put some of that melted white chocolate in a little glass, and then you're going to dunk the biscotti into the glass at an angle. Pull it out and shake off the excess. And now we're going to place it down on the parchment paper. And now we're going to sprinkle some of those finely chopped pistachio bits on the top of it. We're going to sprinkle on some of the pistachios. Now for this one, we're going to drizzle a little white chocolate on the diagonal. Now we're going to do another one with a little variation. And we're going to take some of the finely chopped pistachio and sprinkle it on the top. Just look at all these. When you make a gift box, it's going to look amazing. And now that we've finished dipping them in white chocolate and decorating them, we're going to allow them to sit for a little bit till they set. When gifting these delicious biscottis to your family or friends, you're going to get a lovely presentation box and line it with some parchment paper. And then you're going to place them down, making sure that you see the beauty in each one. Depending upon who you're giving it to and how many you want to gift, you're going to get the box. You want to make sure you got all the different types in. Squeeze in one of these with the drizzle. And now we're going to put some of our favorite ones down. Let's fit one of these over here. And just one more for good measure. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And now we're going to cover it up with the parchment paper. And this is going to make a lovely presentation. And once we're done with that, we're going to put the lid over and we're ready to go. And now I'm going to go and gift this to my sister. Oops, but before I go, I'm going to give one of these a taste for you. Which one should I take? They all look so amazing. Wow, I think I'm going to go in with this one, which has all the pistachios at the bottom. Actually, this is Shannon's favorite, so I'll taste it for her too. Wow, these biscottis are absolutely amazing. They're definitely a must-try recipe. And for me, the best gifts are always homemade. Just a few simple ingredients and a lot of love. That's what makes the season so special. And if you try this recipe, don't forget to tag us at with Wendy and Shannon, because we love to see your creations. And if you enjoyed this recipe, you're also going to like our other Christmas treats, and we will leave the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching. See you soon.